Hello, it's Gem Games here once again, and welcome to this new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. In this video we're going to make this leaning system a little bit better, because now when we go close to the wall and we lean, you can see we can see through the wall. Also other way around, like this. So we are going to fix that. So yeah, let's get started. So, what we want to do first, we want to go to the animations folder and we want to open our APP player. And here on the APP player, let's close everything else than the event graph. And then we want to open our get close to wall alpha, this function. Let's actually rename this to get close to wall values or something like that. Okay, and compile and save. So what we want to do here now is we want to move everything after we have checked if the first person camera is valid, and we want to move it to the right. Okay, like that. We don't have to move it that far. We just want a little more space here so we can create a sequence. So S and left click, and from the is valid, let's connect here, and from 10, 0, let's connect here. Now, let's go down here and let's add a branch. So B and left click, and let's get the 10, 1 and connect it to the branch. So what we want to do with this, we want to first check our target leaning value. Let's get that. And we want to check if it's less than 0. So if we are basically wanting to lean to the left. Okay? And if it's true, what we want to do is we want to get our play ref under the references. Let's get it to here. And from here, we want to get the first person camera like this. And from here, we want to get world location and also get right vector. And now what we want to do here is we want to get from the world location and we want to add to it and leave some space here. Now we want to multiply this right vector and connect it to here, like this. So the next thing, we want to right click on this pin and convert it to float single precision, like this. Now let's select all these and press Q to align, and also these, Q to align. Now what we want to multiply this with is -25, okay? Because it's right vector, it's going right from our layer. So we want to multiply it with -25. The next thing, let's actually move all this up here a little bit further. Like this, because I want to now copy this sphere trace by channel. Let's Control C and Control V under here. And now we can make it align better like this. You can see from the true, let's connect here and let's move it up here. And actually, let's also move all this further down like this. So if our target leaning value is less than 0, we want to continue to this sphere trace. Now let's get from the get world location and connect it to start. Let's add a reroute node to maybe here. And now from here, let's connect to the end. Okay. Simple as that. Now it's going 25 units left of our first person camera. So basically from our face. And what we want to do after that is we want to add another branch here. And we want to check the return value, like this. Okay, now we want to get this out hit and we want to break hit results, and let's open it. And now here, if we get a hit, basically, we want to get our distance and we want to multiply it by -1, and then we want to promote it to a variable from the true. And this variable will be called lean left limit, and let's move it under the leaning category, lean left limit. And now from the false we want to set this lean left limit. Oh, not yet. Lean left limit, we want to set it like this, and we want to set it to our max value, which is -25. So if we are not hitting anything with this trace, then we want to set it to our -25 value, which is the maximum lean value. If you use some other value, you want to also set this to match that. Okay, simple as that. Now we want to select all this code, copy, paste, and paste it under here, like this. Now, up here on the sequence, let's add another pin. Let's get from the 10-2 and connect to this branch also. Now we want to check if the target leaning value is greater than 0. So if we are wanting to turn lean to the right. Now here you can see the get right vector and this multiplier. Actually, I will align it first, like that. We want to now multiply it by +25. So the trace goes right from our first-person camera. Okay. I will also align these again. Okay. And we don't have to change anything here. Now here we will have to do one little thing. We want to delete all these. And now we want to get from the distance again, and we don't have to multiply it by anything. We can just promote to variable and from the true. Now I will check that it's about, yeah, it's on the same line. Now this variable, which is now called distance because we promoted it from here, we want to call it lean right limit, and we want to move it also under the leaning category. So from the true we want to set it to the distance, and from the false we want to just set it, and we want to set it to our maximum value, which is not 250, sorry, 25. Okay, so yeah. I will just quickly explain what this all does. So here it is checking if we are turning to the left. So if our target leaning value is under 0, then we are spawning a sphere trace by channel, 25 units from our first-person camera left to the, sorry, 25 units left to the from the first-person camera. Then we're checking if it's hit. If it is, we will get that distance to it, multiply it by -1, so we get minus value, and we promote it to left lean left limit. And if we don't get a hit, we will just set it to our maximum leaning value, so -25. And here we're checking if the value is target leaning value is over 0, so we're trying to lean to the right, and we're doing all the same things, but we're spawning the trace 25 units right from our face, basically. And the same thing, we're checking if it's hit. If it is, it will promote the distance, and now we don't have to multiply it by -1 because we want it to be positive value. And if it's not hit, then we will set it to our maximum value, like this. And how can we use these values actually? First, let's compile and save all. And now we can go to our event graph, and here we have this character rotation. Let's open it. Okay, and under here we create this on the last episode. What we want to add here is simple as here in the target, we want to delete this target leaning value, and we want to get from the target again, and we want to clamp float like this. Why is it not aligning? Okay, now it's good. So we're getting clamping our value. So the value will be the target leaning value, like that, and the minimum clamp will be our lean left limit, and the maximum value will be our lean right limit, like that. So now when we compile, we save all and we play. Let's see if this works. Normally we can lean to the left, we can lean to the right, but when we go close to the wall, let's actually lean when we move. You can see it doesn't lean that much anymore. You can see, but when we get further away from the wall, the leaning will get back to normal. Okay, and if we are already here and we click lean, you can see we cannot lean that much anymore. So yeah, simple as that. So yeah, I actually think that was all for this video. If you liked what you saw, please click the like button and subscribe for more. And yeah, hope you have a great day and see you on the next one.